We have a brand new collection, as you can see, from hot off the press. This is called Forest Magic. Now, I know that Thanksgiving is on its way, well, and Halloween is just a few days away, then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, but our papers for Christmas were done earlier, and Thanksgiving has been, and Halloween have been taken care of, so we need to look a little bit ahead in our paper collection, and Forest Magic is just the ticket. So those of you who are always searching for masculine theme papers, this is the ticket. And let me just walk you through. This is what we call a product review. This will be on the product pages of every single one of these images. So let me get started first with the 12 by 12 papers, because that's, you know, that's just where we always start, and that is kind of the basis for everything. So let me show you. As always, this is a 12 by 12. They are double-sided. They are 176 GSM or 65-pound cover weight paper. Nice solid cardstock. There are 12 designs, as I said, double-sided, plus 66 cutouts. Now that's a big deal. And let me show you what these papers look like. And here is the first one, as you can see on the front. Now, I don't know about your animals where you live, but here in the Pacific Northwest, it's not uncommon to see them, oh, maybe dressed. We're going to get in close so you can see. Okay, there's our deer with a sweater. This one also has a little bit of garland around it. Well, that's what we have in our Foggy Mountains scene. On the back side, we have this with some wood. There's a lot of wood in this collection, which is so useful. Our bears are also wearing sweaters, and they're in the woodland. We have a little bunny right there looking up, and we have another deer over here. And there is the back side of this, all in the green. So very, very useful on the B side, as we say. So we have a fox coming in, a fox over here, and a wolf coming at us. We've got an owl up in the corner. And you can see that the tones are all greens and browns, very muted, very kind of foggy in the backgrounds. And on the back, another of the wood, as I said. Now, this is one of the cutout pages, and this has some that are going vertically, as you can see, and then a couple that are going horizontally. And then these borders you can have whichever way you want them. And these on the other side have a wood. And look at this, isn't that pretty with the trees down at the bottom? There is a second sheet of the large cutouts, and this is just really done so that you have a place if you want to put, oh, maybe a stamped image, maybe the die cuts that I'll show you in a minute, maybe the cutting dies that I'll also show you in a minute, or the chipboard that I'll also show you. This also has a nice border. On the back side, well, we have another wood in these muted blues, really, really pretty. And then this is our regular die cuts, cutouts. And most of these have greetings, but there are some that just have the art. All of them have the art, but they're fun to lay over each other and to kind of build a focal to your project. So those are the 12 sheets. You get 2 of each one. And also on the package, let me just show you, there is a scrapbook page and a card. Now, I'm going to show you both of those because I think it's just really nice to be able to see them in person. So here is the scrapbook page, and you can see there's 3 photos, some of the die cuts that I'll show you in a minute. This is some of the chipboard. Doesn't that just add a nice pretty? The owl is also chipboard, and this is on the bear sheet. So gorgeous. And then here is a card. We'll get in close. And so you can see that. To the man of the day, with much love. Doesn't that look nice? And that's just, it's just so easy to put together with all of these great papers. Okay, so that's our first piece. Now I'll go to the solids. And the solids have 12 sheets. You're going to get 2 of each one. And they have 12 colors. Now you might ask, how do you do that? Well, we do it this way because on one side you get, in this case, kind of a medium blue, and on the other side you get a really light blue. Same thing with the brown, you get a lighter shade. So you end up with much more versatility in the 12 sheets. So that's just really, really good. There is a brown and a smoky and a cream. So all of those are in this collection, as you can see. Same basis weight, 176 GSM, double-sided with 2 on each side, and that just works really, really nicely. Now, let me show you the 6x6. Oh, I guess one other thing I wanted to mention. Previously, we had our papers that were micro-perfed together. So when you got them, these 2 sheets would be attached, and you just kind of pulled them apart. Well, we're not doing that anymore. A new printing process allows us to get single sheets, and so that's how they're going to come to you. Not sure if it makes a difference to anybody, but I wanted to make sure you knew that. Now, here are our 6x6, and in this case, you're going to get 4 of each sheet. So you're going to get 24 total sheets. You're going to get 132 cutouts, my goodness. And also, there is a card idea. Oh no, this was a previous, okay, that's wrong. Don't look at it, but you're gonna get a card on yours. And here is what the card looks like. Isn't that pretty? So here's the 6x6. Here's the solid that finishes off this 5x6.5 inch card. And we have some dazzles in here and the chipboard and some of the die cuts. Okay, so that's just gorgeous. Now, speaking of die cuts, let me show you. You get 31 in the package, which is our standard. And again, they are all different. And let me show you the 2 sheets. All of them have the art that's going to coordinate with the Forest Magic sheets, but some of them just have the art. Almost all of them have greetings, but not all of them. You notice some of them are just strips of greetings. Others have more involved art and greetings. Some are borders. So there's just a lot that you can do. And what can you do? Well, let's make sure this one is finished. Okay, we've got 2 projects here, and let me show them to you. So here is one. So this is one of those cutouts, and the pattern paper, may all your dreams come true. And there's one little piece right there. And here's another. Again, with the 12x12, maybe the bunny over in the corner, just kind of showed it to you briefly, but there it is, large, a strip of the green, and this is a die cut, this is a die cut, and this is one. You can see how the layering works so nicely. Okay, so that's what you can do with that. And of course, we have our cutting dies because they're so important. And there are 17 on this package. And look at that, just so many. And of course, our bear can get dressed with the sweater. Our deer can also get dressed. And we have some garlands that can go around them too, just like you saw in the artwork. And on the back, there is a card. In fact, I've got it here. So we'll get a little closer just so that you can really see. So there's our deer, and there's the sweater, and there's the garland. The trees, notice the trees. Now, with our new thin cut dies, that is actually a cut line, and it just gives you so much more depth, especially if you go over it with a darker color ink pad or marking pen. That's just going to do a nice job. Look at the bunny. The bunny is etched with a little piece that goes on the inside of it. Really, really nice. Have the very best birthday. Well, I think that's a very cheerful card. And we have some flowers up there that are part of the set. And you can see that you can layer them too. So a lot going on this set of cutting dies with all 17 of them. The last thing we have is the chipboard. And again, we're going to get in close so that you can see our fox has some flowers in its body. There's that owl that you saw on the scrapbook page in the beginning. We have, those are actually trees. They're not, let's see, icicles hanging upside down. No, there's trees, more trees, some branches, and one of our deer, now this is a stag. He too is wearing a sweater and some lovely flowers. And these are going to look so pretty. And let me show you how that's going to look. And here they are all colored. Now this was done with markers, I believe, and aren't they pretty? And this is one of those large cutouts from the 12 by 12 set. Again, they're dressed and just really lovely. So a special take on our Forest Magic friends. So all of this is what is in the set, should you elect to get all of them. So the 12 by 12 Forest Magic, the 12 by 12 solid, the 31 die cuts, the 6 by 6, the chipboard, and the cutting dies, all of them. All of those pieces coordinate perfectly. You don't have to rummage somewhere trying to find something that's going to coordinate that will finish off your project. It's all here, all ready for you. Okay. And as I said, this presentation, you can click on any one of these items and you will see this. It'll be right there for you. And we do have a money saver of all of them together, if that's something that you're interested in. We also have, if you are a VIP with Paper Wishes, you would have gotten this in the mail, in the email, and you would get a preview of 2 sheets of each of the 6 by 6. You would get them at the beginning of the month before this is released, and that's just a benefit of shopping with us, and we like to encourage you to do that. And if you are interested in getting a subscription, every month we come out with a new collection. Now it all has 12 by 12, 6 by 6 solid, chipboard, cutting dies, and die cuts. All of those pieces are in it. If you are interested in getting a subscription, and maybe you want everything, maybe you don't want the cutting dies. Well, we call this I Want It All subscription, and you're going to save 20%. So that's a really nice deal. That is over, it should be on the right-hand side of your screen. So just click on that and you can get the entire collection. You'll just get one a month and you will receive it before we do the webisode. Now, when we do the webisode, we will have 4 new projects, but you're going to get 6 of them just by looking at the packages. And I do guarantee you that none of them will be in error like this one was. Okay, I promise, I promise. Now, if you really want the cutting die, and of course you do, we call this I Really Want It All. And same deal, you're going to get 20% off. You're going to receive this before the webisode, and you will have ideas that will come with you in the packaging. So that's something that's available to you, again, on the right-hand side of your screen. We'd love to have you join us. Okay, so that's what we have for this month, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we have on the webisode. We'll see you later.